investing in government regulation and top-down control of our economy. You saw people watching on TV, saw American titans and tech and artificial intelligence seated behind the president, standing behind him when he gave his, when he took the podium. So American business wants to get back in the business of being proud of our economic activity. American workers want to get back in the business of growth, and Americans don't want to apologize anymore for our country.
President Trump on Monday started signing a host of executive orders to transform the nature of the United States. Many of them will be immediately legally challenged, and it remains to be seen how his administration will navigate moves by the courts to stop the president's efforts in their tracks. I'm Simon Marks.
To recap the top stories, US President Donald Trump's into his first full day back in office after signing a series of executive orders. French President Emmanuel Macron suggested that NATO's current defense spending targets are too low. South Korea's suspended President Yoon Suk-yeol's denied ordering the arrest of lawmakers as he was trying to impose martial law. And UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer says terrorism's changed, warning there's a growing threat from loners and misfits. That's the latest feature story news. Ollie Barrett reporting.
You're listening to KCHW 102.7 FM, Northern Lights Public Radio.
KCHW headlines. I'm Chuck Ritchie. Lawmakers are trying again to lower the legal alcohol limit for Washington drivers. In 2023, the state saw a huge spike in traffic deaths, the highest in 30 years. About half of those involved drunk drivers. To try to fix this, the legislature is working on a bill to lower the legal blood alcohol limit. If it passes, Washington would be the second state after Utah to set the limit at 0.05%. When Utah dropped its limit to 0.05% in 2018, fatal crashes went down by 20%. Washington's new Public Lands Commissioner, Dave Upthegrove, just put a 6-month-old hold on logging in some older state forests. He promised to protect almost 80,000 of these trees during his campaign. Critics of logging older state forests say they're dwindling, but critical for the environment. And UW has agreed to a deal with the feds to make sure it follows civil rights laws. This comes after a review of how the university handles discrimination complaints. A report in October found that many Jewish, Israeli, Muslim, Palestinian, or Middle Eastern and North African students felt like they didn't belong there. Things got tense at UW and other colleges last year when the students protested and set up encampments because of the war in Gaza. And our last story, FBI agents are still looking for information about the October arson fires at ballot boxes in Vancouver, Washington, and Portland. They're looking for someone with knowledge of explosives or thermite, a mixture used in the attacks. Hundreds of ballots were burned. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $25,000 for information that leads to finding the person responsible. You can check out our KCHW Radio Facebook page for more details on these stories. And for KCHW 102.7, I'm Chuck Ritchie.
Wow, Val. Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7. Getting started on a Tuesday morning with my beautiful...
That's a way to wake me up.
There you go. Getting started on a Tuesday morning with my beautiful sister, Val.
Good morning.
How we doing from Deer Park this morning, Val?
A little blurry-eyed this morning, but hey, I'm here, and it looks like we're freezing up a little bit about the time we get on the air.
Yes. Yeah, you were fine all the time we were getting started. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, we've been talking, and everything's been good.
Let's take a quick look at that weather forecast. Partly cloudy skies, high near 30 today. Overnight low of 15 degrees. You guys are getting a little cold weather, which has been kind of strange, unseen this winter for you. We're in a cold snap here in Maine. I think our daytime high yesterday was 15. And right before this cold snap hit, we got 8 inches of snow. So it's like Christmas all over again, unfortunately. All right.
Yeah.
Wednesday, 32 and 18, partly cloudy. Thursday, 32 and 18, mostly cloudy. Friday, 33 and 16, partly cloudy. Kind of a pattern there. Let's see, Saturday to right now, sunny, 32 and 15. Sunday, daytime high 33, overnight low 17. So the sunny skies, keeping it cool at night, but nice during the day. And then back to work Monday, the 27th, 35 and 17. By the 31st, you guys are supposed to be back in the 40s. Wow. I would trade you for this mild winter.
If you don't like the weather, just wait a little bit and it'll change.
All right. Let's see. This weather report brought to you by 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort. And today you can look at their weather conditions. Of course, they got sunny skies up on the mountain. A little chilly if you're going skiing. At the base, 14. Up at the summit, it is 12 degrees. 36. There's no new snow today, but there is a 36-inch depth at the base and 124 at the summit. That's like 10 feet. Wow. All right. You got groomed and skier packed
Only 10 feet?
Yeah. All right. And there you go. Weather and your ski report brought to you by 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort. Let's keep moving along this morning. Somewhere I have breakfast and lunch for the kids. It is, let's see, a variety of cereal today and yogurt. There you go. I couldn't see. It looked like cheese stick. They put colors on the back of it. Really, really hard to read. And then you got some juices and your choice of milk. And let's see. For lunch today, we are looking at corn dogs. Ooh, tater tots. That's my favorite. And fruit and veggies. Had French fries last night with my dinner. I was so disappointed I didn't make tater tots.
I prefer tater tots.
Yeah, I just thought, I'll do something different and have some fries, but because I don't eat a lot of that stuff, but definitely should have went with the tater tots. They're always delicious. All right, if I made you want tater tots for breakfast, it's okay. They are just like hash browns.
Oh yeah, exactly.
They're little mini hash browns. You can eat them for breakfast. You can eat them for dinner. All right.
It's like basically, how you change a cupcake to a muffin is just scrape the frosting off.
All righty then. So we've been taking a lot of heat for the end of 2024. We took a vacation. You had a couple things going on. We missed some shows. The only person really angry about it was Ken.
Yeah, it's the only one that seems to care.
And there's more out there. We're just teasing. Let's see. We got Wendy jumping in this morning. She said, "Woohoo! 49 degrees north. We love our mountain." And she also says hi and thanks for being live today. Woo!
Well, thanks for listening.
All right. So I got to drum up a co-host for next Tuesday and the following Tuesday. Val, what are you doing?
I'm having cataract surgery.
Why?
Well, as my brother, I have had, terrible eyesight my whole life. I think I started wearing glasses in first grade, and I should have had them way before that, but nobody knew how blind I was, I guess. And I have worn them my whole life, and I even had LASIK surgery twice.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, I had it twice. The first time it didn't work, so they did an enhancement, and that still didn't work. So I have continued to wear glasses for 55 years of my life, I suppose. And so I'm actually really excited to get cataract surgery.
So you're getting the new lenses?
I'll get the lenses that I'll have to wear glasses for reading, but other than that, I shouldn't need to.
That's kind of normal, though.
Glasses
I've had the surgery, and I've got reading glasses too, so that's totally normal. Unless they try to upsell you, and this is a good thing for people that might have never had it before. Did they try to upsell you like you were buying a car?
My eye doctor was really good. He did list the 3 different types of lenses you can get and the benefits of each, but he never tried to upsell, because the first set of lenses that you can get, they are the ones that are covered by insurance, and so all of that's covered. The next step up is if you have an astigmatism and want to correct that, because otherwise you would still have to wear glasses if you have an astigmatism.
You can
But
get
I only have it in one. I only have it in one eye, so I only have to get the more expensive lenses for one eye. Or you can go all the way up and get the kind where you don't even need reading glasses. But those babies are $4,000 extra per eye.
Yeah, in my
was like-
clinic it was $3,200 an eye, and so here's my advice on that: is why as you get older, we need reading glasses. I had 20/20 vision. I just got cataracts, so I had to get a new lens. But I had laser eye surgery in my early 30s, and I've had 20/20 vision ever since. But as I got older, I've needed reading glasses, and that's the thing. You could pay that $4,000 per eye to have basically bifocals in your eyeballs. But what happens a year from now? When your close-up vision degrades even further, because it's a natural process of aging that you're close-up. So what are you going to do? You're going to drop another $4,000 every year? I wouldn't do that. Just stick with the reading glasses. I know they're a pain. You step on them, you scratch them, you can't find them, all that stuff. But the reality is that's like what Val said, $8,000. So a year
but he
from now,
told me.
okay.
With those lenses, they can actually, in the office, go in and use a device to adjust your prescription on those $4,000 lenses.
Oh, well, so you're part robot.
Yeah, so you're part robot.
Wow.
So I would think that maybe that's what would kind of save you in that way. So that is another one of the benefits. But those are
Okay.
basically the two benefits. But I can't see, just so I don't have to use reading glasses, paying $8,000.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's, if I had the money, it'd be fun. But so just for my one upgrade, $1,700. So, I mean, it is what it is. And for most things, I won't have to wear glasses. And I'm really, really excited.
Do you have any jitters or problems with somebody touching your eyeball?
No, I wear contacts for a good portion of my life. So that doesn't bother me at all.
Well, you might want to take the Valium just for fun.
Well, I don't think they actually even give you a choice. They said, we're going to give you an IV when you get here and give you something to calm your nerves. And so, yeah.
I just kind of laid there and went, wow, man.
Well, I mean, because that's kind of what you do in the LASIK. You're kind of freaked if you've never done LASIK surgery about, having to stay awake and do all that. And it's really
It's nothing. And part of it, they numb your eye, so you're not going to have any pain or feel anything. You can see the movement, but you can't really see anything because the doctor's got this massive bright light in your eye.
Right.
It's not like you see him coming down with a knife, which would make me punch somebody.
Yeah. So, just overall, I'm just really looking forward to it. So I have my worst eye done on this next Tuesday, a week from today, and then the other eye done 2 weeks from today.
All right,
So,
all right. So I'm be hunting for.
that's why I'm going to miss a couple weeks. But yeah, hopefully when you see me again, I can see you.
All right. Well, I don't want to make Chuck work again, so I'll be hunting for somebody to fill in for you for Tuesday and Thursday. I don't want to make him put in an extra day. He works too hard, Chuck Ritchie. I guarantee you,
Thank
though,
goodness.
since he's not doing the show this morning, I guarantee he's sleeping. Unless I send him a text
might
that
be
says
too.
it's an emergency text that says we're off the air. I won't do that. That could be bad luck. All right, Wendy chimed back in. She said her husband is a groomer up at the ski hill, and that they have the best groomers in the Pacific Northwest. She could be biased. That's Wendy. Her husband's name is Breezy. Oh, excuse me, Tornado. Woo!
Blizzard.
Yeah. Wendy and her husband Blustery. I bet she's never heard that before.
She used to like listening to us, Scott.
And if you're not enjoying these jokes, Wendy,
This ship will self-destruct in 20 seconds. This is your last chance to push the cancellation button.
whoops. All right, let's keep this train wreck moving along this morning. Oh, man. Let's do some events before I get into the depressing news. And we won't do a bunch of the depressing news. All right, it's Chihuahua story time today. That means between 10:30 and 11:30, you can take your little ones to the library. It's also Sit and Knit. It happens every Tuesday from 2 to 4 at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. I keep wanting to say that one is somewhere else, but it's not. Chihuahua Center for the Arts, 2 to 4 today, so you can sit and knit in their luxurious surroundings. All right.
I would like to learn how to knit. I wonder if you could show up and somebody would teach you.
I bet. It's Chihuahua. Yeah. Come on. Rumor has it afterwards a sword fight with their crochet needles.
Oh, I'm in.
I knew that would get you. All right, from 11 today, it's the monthly co-working at Yale Press. Chihuahua Library Tech Help between 3 and 4 tomorrow as well. On Thursday, Food Bank is open from 10 to 2. On Fridays, if you're a business owner, you got that Chamber of Commerce meeting, 7 a.m. at the casino. And one event on the calendar for Saturday, it's a wine tasting and a dinner at the Chihuahua Golf and Country Club. 5:30 p.m., of course, it's at the Rusty Putter. First course, candied walnut pear gorgonzola salad tossed in our house champagne dressing. Second course, prime rib, accompanied by a sharp white cheddar, mashed potato, and white squash medley. And third course, apple spiced cake topped with chantilly cream. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah, so if you want to make a reservation for this very fancy dinner, it's 509-935-6807, extension 4 for the Rusty Putter, 509-935-6807. All right, I think that's it for some quick events. Don't forget, though, tomorrow you've got Sharon, who knows everything that's happening in Chihuahua. Paula joins her, as well as Chuck. It's all your KCHW morning show for a Wednesday. Oh, wow. So, got a new president, or we got an old president back. Mm-hmm. Val's, look at Val. Look at Val on the camera, biting her lip. Mm-hmm. Careful, it'll bleed. All right, let's take a look. It will. Take a look at some news headlines. Donald Trump sworn in yesterday, 47th president of the United States, making the beginning of his second term in office. Trump declared that the golden age of America begins right now. I was just going to see if money would start raining down on me. Who was there? Well, Barack Obama, the Clintons, George Bush Jr. sitting behind Hillary Clinton making faces. Yeah. You know, he's our second worst president. But George Jr., in his limelight, in his golden years, has developed quite the sense of humor. And you got to go look at his he's making little childish, funny faces behind Hillary. It's pretty cool. Uh-huh. All right. Let's see. Who else was there? Every tech billionaire was on hand as well. They're all sucking up to him. Trump allies like Joe Rogan, Carrie Underwood helped close the ceremony with America the Beautiful. Trump signed dozens of orders that included a crackdown on immigration and more. I've got a list, but if I was going to stay on this list, it would take the rest of the show. That's how many executive decisions that he signed today. I'll get to those in a minute. Let's wrap up this little page I've got, though. A Southern Freeze. National Service warned of a generational winter storm event. That means it only happens every so often. It's in the south, so you're okay. You do have a little Arctic air here in Chihuahua during the nighttime hours for about the next 5 days. Forecasters again issued a most severe red flag warning in Southern California through this morning as they warned that conditions were ripe for explosive fire growth again. One of the things from the inauguration yesterday was Musk's Nazi salute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We
Zeke
don't
Heil,
need to be
baby.
worried about anything.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
nothing.
Wow. It sparked backlash at the rally after making a gesture that resembled a Nazi salute. It was also, I believe, it was a salute that they used in ancient Greece originally, but then the Nazis adopted it. Anti-Defamation League defended Musk, calling it an awkward gesture made in a moment of enthusiasm. And it could be because he is America's most awkward person.
But I didn't see it, but I thought I heard he made it 3 times. So the first time you can go, oh, he was just enthusiastic. The second and third,
They were just, I think it was just he's odd, and he's got some issues that can cause some odd movements. And I don't mean to say that negatively. I don't want to put people who have Asperger's in a poor light. That sounded bad, so I apologize. But I think they were watching the video back, just what this person said, awkward gestures. Because it wasn't, I believe the Nazi thing was full forward, and he was doing it off to the side, kind of at an angle. So I don't think that was the intention, but I never mind seeing him take a little heat. All right, sports. Buckeyes. Ohio State roared to a 34-23 win against Notre Dame, their first championship since 2014. Ohio quarterback Will Howard set a record for the most consecutive completions in a title game. Also, on the court, Nets welcome former defender Mikal Bridges back to Brooklyn when they face the Knicks at 7:30 p.m. Eastern tonight on TNT. Amid controversy over the use of AI to smooth over Hungarian accents of stars Adrian Brody and Felicity Jones in the award season contender The Brutalist, the director, Bradley Corbett, said it was done with the utmost respect for the craft. Quit begging on AI. It could make it a little better, I guess. Maybe.
It's kind of crazy, some of the AI videos that have been coming up online. Like, they're all harmless in that it shows a cat cooking a chicken, for breakfast or whatever. But it's amazing how seamless it's starting to get, because it used to be really, I don't know, really bizarre. And now you're like, wow. That's actually a pretty good job.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at some of those things that Trump did yesterday. First up, the big one, a lot of people upset about this, pardons for some 1,500ths of the January 6th riots.
Yeah.
These people broke the law. Okay, I'm not going to go there, but that...
And for the leader of the Proud Boys, one of the neo-Nazi organizations, the one he was serving 22 years, and he pardoned him. So, yeah.
All right.
I think, and I'll try not to get too. But I think one of the things, I mean, there was a ton, but one of the things that really hit me yesterday is when he made the comment that from this time forward, there's only two sexes in the United States, male and female.
Yes.
To me, that was the one that I found so ultimately disturbing, because I feel like he just gave free rein to that for them, any transgender person or anybody who doesn't identify as either male or female, to be harassed,
yes,
intimidated, and that made me sick to my stomach.
It feels like the end of, I'm just going to say it, it feels like the end of justice and the end of freedoms. Mm-hmm. Let people do what they want to do. Quit making your perceptions part of their life. All right, TikTok ban paused for 70 days. Okay.
Yes. And how long have they had to figure this out? Months? 6 months? More?
Come on.
But let's just give them another 90 days and they'll have it figured out by then.
Yeah. Another...
China has no intention of selling it to us. To anybody.
No.
In the U.S. No.
Well, and the really dumb thing, I think we covered this, it was either Thursday or last Tuesday, is one of the companies that was getting a lot of TikTokers was Lemonade, which is owned by the same company as TikTok. So they wasted a bunch of time, taxpayer dollars, and did absolutely nothing, and then Trump came in and rolled it back anyways. What a waste of time. What a waste of discussion. What a waste of air. All right, Biden executive actions.
All of it.
78 Biden-era executive actions were canceled by Trump yesterday. They include a wide variety of actions related to racial equality, climate, migration, and gender policy, the federal workforce, and Biden's recent move to take Cuba off the list of state sponsors of terrorism. He went right after climate change, took us right out of the Paris Accords.
Wow.
Yeah, so much for Save the Planet. You can save the planet as long as it doesn't cost any money. All right.
To all your rich sponsors.
Yeah, he's all back. He's going to go back at the wall.
Yeah.
Mass deportations. It's all starting today. Ending birthright citizenship. That'll end up in court. Enhancing vetting and screening for migrants. People migrating into America, which is okay. We don't want bad people. Restoring the death penalty. Yeah, I don't know. Weaponization of the government. Says he's going to stop that. All federal workforce employees have to immediately return to the office if they've been still working from home.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, as Val mentioned, defining sex and ending DEI programs, energy and climate change, a lot of stuff there. You have to go online. Some 78 things he's already signed. It's pretty huge. Pretty huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say one thing that I spent the last half of yesterday drinking. But look, I'm still here this morning, so
I'm just waiting for him to appoint Kid Rock to a congressional office or something.
Well, the fact that only 2 of his cabinet picks are even qualified for their positions.
Yeah, Kid Rock might as well be in there. That's all I'm saying.
Might as well.
Might as well. It'd be easy. All right, moving along this morning, we're going to go on to bits and breaks. Get rid of that stuff. Get into some funny stuff. Let's see if we can change Val's attitude. Here she is with this morning's first joke.
All right, a teacher said to her student, Billy, if both of your parents were born in 1967, how old are they now? After a few moments, Billy answered, well, it depends. Teacher asked, it depends on what? Billy replied, it depends on whether you ask my father or my mother.
Here's a man who just reached his 150th birthday, believe it or not, giving a press conference to a room full of media. One of the guys says, excuse me, sir. How did you live to 150? He said, it's actually quite simple. I never argue. The reporter said, that's impossible. There must be something else like diet, medication, meditation, or something. Just not arguing won't keep you alive for 150 years. The old fellow shrugged his shoulders and said to the reporter, you could be right. I got to backpedal back to our comments on Facebook. Wendy said we were making her die laughing by coming up with new names for her husband.
My comments aren't refreshing. I'm going to have to go back and come back in because I didn't get to see that one.
And Ken and Carrie both checking in this morning. Ken says, good morning. Carrie says she's not a fan of AI. She said eBay puts that as a way to write your listing. They do that on the dating sites, too. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want us to write that for you?
Sure. I'd like to start out my first date by being unoriginal.
Well, the one benefit of having AI write it is there might be punctuation, capitalization, and all of that. But that too might be a misrepresentation of your intelligence. So.
And then Wendy posted, Trump is proposing people who pay child support get to claim children on their taxes. She says that made me angry. A way to reward the parent for not having to do the hard work.
Oh.
It used to be a law, and I think it was set up fairly. In order to claim a child, you had to, and I don't know if it's still the same way, you had to provide 51% of their care.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that made it simple enough, All right, so not gonna crack that one open. All right, Val, if you were to win a lifetime supply of something, what would you want? And all you folks on Facebook, Wendy, Carrie, Ken, if you could win a lifetime of something, what would it be?
Lifetime supply of something. Money?
Besides the glaringly obvious. Like me, I would choose a lifetime supply of wives.
Oh. Well,
because I've already burned through 3. It looks like I'm running out. It feels like I'm running out. I'm pretty sure I ran out.
I think maybe at this point, a lifetime supply of gasoline.
Ooh.
Because I feel like, there was probably some trips we would take with the motorhome if, gas wasn't so high. Maybe take a trip, drive the motorhome back to North Dakota to go visit relatives or something
Sure.
like that. So I'd like a lifetime supply of gasoline. No matter what vehicle I have,
All right.
I can put gasoline in it for free.
Well, you're halfway there. I'm referring to her husband. Sorry. You want to see inside joke there.
Oh.
Carrie says tickets to travel with expenses paid. Oh.
Ooh. That would be fun.
And dating for Scott, she says, a laugh is easy. First time I got to meet him, he laughed at himself. Oh.
Yes.
There must have been a mirror.
Wendy's going for dog food.
Oh. Then I can have as many dogs as I want. I might do that with cat food because my new cat, all she does is lick the gravy and leave all the chunks.
I had a cat who did that too. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Val, things we didn't know yesterday.
All right. In 2005, a skydiver in Russia went into labor in the middle of a parachute jump and gave birth to a baby girl minutes after landing. Wow.
I'm almost to the ground. I think I'm going to need a catcher. Wow.
That's when you want to be wearing parachute pants. Oh, goodness. Banana skins can take 2 days to biodegrade.
Just two?
Oh, 2 years.
Oh, okay.
2 years. I'm sorry. My eyes, I need those cataract surgery now. 2 years to biodegrade.
So I saw a reel on Facebook the other day. Two guys were frying up banana peels like bacon. They did some seasoning and some rubs on it to make it taste like bacon, and they fried them up, and it looked like bacon, and they were raving about how good it is. I actually saved it. I saved it because I'm allergic to bananas, but I love them, and I was wondering, once you cook it, I can eat it. So I was thinking about that might be something I'd try.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, if you try it, let us know.
Okay.
All right. In the early days of barcodes, there was a plan for round ones.
Why? Okay.
Go on the bottom of the can or something? Round? I don't know. Okay. Fort Wayne, Indiana was once named the dumbest city in the U.S.
No, I lived right beside them. They are.
Come on. I'd have to nominate Washington, D.C. for that role.
So second dumbest.
Right. If you yelled for 8 years, 7 months, and 6 days, you would have produced enough sound energy to heat just 1 cup of coffee.
Wow.
Was one of your ex-wives like one of their test subjects?
8 years, 6 days? Huh?
8 years, 7 months, 6 days, she yelled at me.
And then I'd had enough. You make it sound like it was all my fault.
No. I'm saying that she was the cray-cray one.
Yeah. I don't know the first one, but the last two wasn't me. I'm pretty sure it wasn't me. All right, we'll keep going before I get myself in real deep.
Yeah, Pepsi was first invented in 1893 as Brad's drink by Caleb Bradham, who sold the drink at his drugstore in New Bern, North Carolina. Okay.
Didn't work out well.
Brad's drink. Yeah. Our skin does not have receptors to feel wetness. It can only detect things like temperature and pressure, but not wetness. I heard this before, and it was one of those like mind blow things. It's like, because you would swear you can detect when like a raindrop hits you or something like that.
I don't believe that for a second, because I reached into my dishwasher tabs the other night, and I could tell one of them was wet.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did water get in there? I left the bag open. How did water get in there? And then I was worried my sink was leaking. So, yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'd heard that before. It's kind of hard to believe. the last one we have today on things you didn't know yesterday. Water is a closed system. The water we drink every day has been used since time immemorial.
That's a hard word. It's been
Immemorial.
used since the beginning of time is what that statement means.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. So that water you're drinking, thousands and millions of people have, for thousands and thousands of years, have already bathed in the water you're drinking.
And more.
So next time says, "You're so pretty, I drink your bathwater," say, "Oh, you already have."
Or you will.
You will eventually. All right. Best life hacks from the internet. Are you ready for this, Val? I'm going to blow your mind again.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
ready.
Keeping a small notepad by your bed to jot down random thoughts or activities that come to you at night helps to clear your mind and allow you to sleep.
So you don't have to keep stewing over it. You're just like, I'll write this down now. I can forget about it and go back to sleep.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. The 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. I always thought it was the 5-minute rule. This 2-minute rule.
Yeah, that means you're going to have to do so much more that you really didn't want to do.
5 was workable. All right. Freezing leftover coffee in an ice tray to make iced coffee later preserves the drink strongly rather than, washing it down or the flavor. I like that. So
Watering it down?
Yeah, make coffee ice cubes for your iced coffee. This
And it's
is a
great
game
thing
changer.
to do with, yeah, it's a great thing to do with that leftover stuff that you would just wash down, dump down the sink.
Mm-hmm. This person says use a binder clip to manage cords or to hold up your phone for hands-free viewing. It's inexpensive, simple, and it works like magic, but you will look like a nerd. Whenever there's a bug in Val's house, she sprays it with water or cleaning spray, and it just falls on the ground. After that, she can easily pick it up and throw it outside or squash it on the floor and leave it.
There you go. But it would take me less than 2 minutes to clean it up, so I guess now I have to.
That reminds me of I managed apartments years ago, and I walk into one after somebody had moved out, and it was full of cockroaches. So I had to bomb it. And when I went back in, they had so many cockroaches and didn't care that they were slammed in the refrigerator door, the oven door. They were crushed on walls and left. It was the most disgusting thing I ever saw.
Oh my gosh. Well, it'd be pretty disgusting that there were so many cockroaches that you had to bomb like that.
Yeah, 3.
But
3 bombs.
Wow.
3 bombs.
Wow.
3 bombs. Yeah. We had to gut the entire apartment. Walls, carpet, everything.
Ew.
Yeah. All right. Don't put it down. Put it away. I'm bad at that. I'll go get a screwdriver, and then instead of putting it back in the toolbox, I'll leave it on the kitchen table. Why? Why do I do that?
Why do I do that?
Yes. All right. Don't be cheap at things that connect you to the ground. Shoes, mattresses, tires.
Okay.
All right. I don't like this last one. It's cheaper to throw it away than to move it or store it.
But then you have to buy it again.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. As we roll into spring, this is kind of like a warm up because when it gets nicer, Girl Scout cookies will be out there. All right.
Okay.
So here's Val with some discontinued Girl Scout cookies you might remember, and then I get to do rejected Girl Scout cookies.
Okay.
Okay.
Before we go on, though, I want to share one life hack
Okay.
that I have just learned in the last month or so.
Okay.
Anyway, a breathing exercise that has literally helps me fall back to sleep if I wake up during the middle of the night. Because I don't have a hard time falling asleep, but then if I wake up later, I struggle to go back to sleep. And I learned this breathing exercise, and it really, really works. And so, I mean, it might not put you to sleep immediately. Sometimes it does, but there's something about it, helps you relax, helps you fall back to sleep. So, life hack for our listeners out there. What you do, breathe in through your mouth for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for 7 seconds, or just a count of 7. I won't make you do it seconds, but a count of 7, breathe out for a count of 8, and repeat that. And it's just something about that method that just relaxes you. You can do it if you're in a stressful situation too, where you're super anxious, to help you calm down, but it really helps you sleep. I've just noticed a tremendous difference in my ability to fall back to sleep during the middle of the night. So in through the mouth for a count of 4, hold for a count of 7, out through your mouth, or in through your nose, in through your nose for a count of 4, hold for a count of 7, breathe out through your mouth for a count of 8, repeat. And it really does help. So there's my little life hack for all of you.
I wonder what Windy and Breezy think about that.
Oh, goodness.
All right. So make it
All right,
lightheaded.
I'm going to get back on track.
Okay.
Because Scott
Please.
told me what to do, and I went off track. And meanwhile, Ron says, good morning, Scott and Val.
Oh,
morning, Ron.
An appearance by
right.
Ron. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. He took the time out of his busy traveling.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Discontinued Girl Scout cookies. All right. I guess we talked a couple weeks ago that the Girl Scouts will discontinue the s'mores and Toast Yay. I never heard of Toast Yay. Toast Yay cookie flavors after this year's cookie season. The decision came as the organization faces financial challenges. There's some management issues there, I think. Here are some Girl Scout cookie varieties that have come and gone in the past. The Kookaburras.
My favorite.
Available in the early 80s, these rectangular cookies had crispy rice, caramel, and chocolate. Ooh, sounds good. Golden Yangles. Ever heard of a Golden Yangle?
It doesn't sound right to me.
No, not really cookies at all. Golden Yangles, available in the 1980s and discontinued in 92, were cheddar cheese crackers. I had no idea.
Grandpa liked them. Golden Yangles.
Golden Yangle, it's for your golden years.
Yeah.
Juliet's. They were named after Girl Scout founder Juliet Lowe. The Juliet, available from 1984 to 1985 and then resurrected from 93 to 96, was made of caramel pecans covered in milk chocolate. Kind of sounds like a turtle.
Yeah.
It sounds like a turtle.
Pecans, the most unhealthy nut there is. There you go.
And the most delicious.
That's right.
Yeah, so that kind of sounded like a turtle. It's surprising that they weren't more well received. There was the Snap, available from 93 to 97. These iced oatmeal raisin cookies seemed straight from Grandma's kitchen.
Cool.
All right, Upside Downs. In 1999, the Girl Scouts took on Little Debbie with an oatmeal cookie sandwich of their own. But unlike Little Debbie's soft oatmeal cream pies, Upside Downs were crunchy.
Okay.
All right, Apple Cinnamons, available from 97 to 2001. Apple Cinnamons were sugar cookies dusted with cinnamon sugar. The apple part was simply their shape.
There's no real apple in it.
No. Could have, at least felt like it was healthy at that point if there'd been apple in it. So this one, Ole Ole?
Yeah.
Ole Oles?
Yeah.
A reduced fat cookie, Ole Oles, were powdered sugar cookies with pecans and coconut and were available from 2001 to 2003. And finally, the last one that we have on the list that was disconnected or has been disconnected, which was the Cinnaspins. They hopped on the latest fitness fad. These crispy cinnamon swirl cookies were sold in 100-calorie packs, but only in 2008.
Wow. You think those might have caught on, but hey, if you see a pattern there, everything they've made with pecans has been canceled.
Oh, yeah. And I think people think, oh, it's a 100-calorie pack. I'll eat 4 of them.
All right, rejected Girl Scout cookies. These didn't last more than a season. First ones were Skip-A-Beats. These cookies were so loaded with fat and sugar they made your heart stop after eating just one.
Skip-A-Beats.
Skip-A-Beats. Airdrops. Sounds like something you might use with your earbuds, right? Mm-hmm. No? Yes? All right. When you open
I'm
the pack...
sorry, I completely froze for a moment, so
All right.
I didn't even hear what you said.
I said airdrops. Kind of sounds like something you'd use with your AirPods. Your pods?
Earbuds?
Yeah,
Earbuds?
I shouldn't go backwards.
Airballs?
When you opened the package, it appeared to be empty, but inside were the lightest, most invisible Girl Scout cookies ever made. And yes, they had 0 calories. Unfortunately, you had to eat the box to fill the slightest bit full. Airdrops.
Airdrops.
These are ones I used to give out at Halloween. Choky Dokies.
Jokey dokes?
The most dangerous cookie ever made. Made with ingredients so sticky you needed to have the fire department on standby to administer mouth to mouth. Choky Dokies were made with caramel, peanut butter, molasses, marshmallows, candle wax, and a little bit of Gorilla Glue.
Just a tad.
I'm going to take that one and turn it into a fake commercial. Choky Dokies.
All right.
All right. Sounds like something I'd eat. Crumble bums. You're right. You heard it. Crumble bums. These cookies were so brittle they turned to dust the moment you opened the package. Eating them required a vacuum cleaner and a straw.
Oh. They thought you were doing something other than eating cookies if you had the straw in your nose.
Really? It's a cookie. My favorite, soggy snaps. These were pre-dunked in milk.
For your convenience.
Yeah, but by the time you reach you, they were just a soup in a bag.
Just a soup in a bag.
Just a soup in a bag. Wow, that one, I laughed, I giggled so hard there, I'm beet red and my side hurts now.
Uh-oh.
All right, Burnt Buddies. These cookies were baked to perfection and then baked again. Because who wants a perfect cookie?
There's this gal that comes up on my Facebook videos all the time, and she does like all these like it's her, and then she does the split where she's talking to somebody else, so it goes back and forth, but she makes it look like she's talking to various things from your printer to your she's talking to the tape dispenser or the gift wrap. They're hilarious, but I saw one she did yesterday, and she's talking to the toaster. She goes, I just want this bread toasted golden on both sides. I don't want you to burn it. And the toaster's like, well, we could do setting 4 then. And it pops up and it's completely burnt. She goes, this is burnt. Well, let's try setting 3. And then it comes up and it's not golden at all. And so she's having this fight with the toaster going, I just want both sides done right.
It doesn't happen
anyway,
that way.
It's hilarious. I'll have to find her name and share that sometime because she's fun to watch.
All right. Burnt Buddies. There you go. One of my favorite, we'll wrap it up here, guilt triplets. 3-layered cookies designed by manipulative grandmothers.
Or mothers.
Or moms. Guilt triplets. I think our mom made these. Each bite made you feel progressively worse about not calling more often. The filling whispered, I guess you're too busy for family.
Oh, because I got it every time I called Mom. Well, it's about time you called your mother.
She used to say things to me like, you talk to me much longer than Val does. Guilt triplets.
I'll own it.
Guilt
I'll own it.
triplets.
Yeah. Well, you can only take so much guilting, even during the phone call.
Yeah. All right, Val. Oh, man, I don't know if you should roll these out, but I think people need to know. Here comes Val with the Walmart parking lot rules. You might not have known some of these.
You might not. When waiting for a parking spot, stop in the middle of the aisle, don't signal, and orient your car diagonally to prevent others from passing. Rule number 1.
Right.
Rule number 2, always park on the lines, taking up as many spots as possible. Diagonal parking is actually preferred.
Especially you guys in the big RVs. Help yourself.
In a crowded parking lot, if you find a spot and have the opportunity to pull through to an adjacent one, drive up halfway and stop on the line taking both.
This isn't funny. It looks like everybody's practicing these.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like we need to even talk about these rules.
No.
Yeah. As you pull into a spot, if you see that the space ahead of you is empty and you see another driver signaling to take it, pull through and take it from him. Always park close enough to the adjacent car so that the other driver must grease up with Vaseline to squeeze through to get in his own car.
Is it wrong that I want to see that?
It's really wrong if you provide the Vaseline.
Hey, buddy, want to get out of your car? No.
Here you go.
Hold on.
I'm picking up a heavy, creepy vibe.
Me too.
When stopped in front of a store and waiting for a relative to make a purchase, make sure that you are stopped in the middle of the road. The same rule applies to picking up and dropping off passengers.
All right, last one.
Last one, when a vehicle from the opposite direction is signaling and waiting for a parking space, position your car so that you are in his way and let the car behind you take it.
Ooh, I like that.
It sounds like whoever wrote this has experienced every single one of those.
It sounds like it. Yeah. Hey, Val, our buddy Ken chimed in and says he once won a lifetime supply. We were asking about what would you want a lifetime supply of, and asking people to post it. He says he once won a lifetime supply of corn nuts. They said they lasted 6 months.
You got to watch those lifetime supplies because it's usually limited to one a month for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's wrap it up. I think we're wrapping it up here. This is me and Val are going to go back and forth on these, and we're going to add Boozy Hillbilly to famous movie lines. All right, and if you come up with a good one, post it on Facebook. We'll read it on the air. All right, we need help. You can, if you haven't been able to tell, we need help with our jokes. All right, kick it off, Val.
Luke, I am your father, you boozy hillbilly.
Not to be forgotten, use the force, Luke, you boozy hillbilly.
Who are you going to call, you boozy hillbilly?
There's no crying in baseball, you boozy hillbilly.
Romeo, wherefore art thou, you boozy hillbilly?
I was right here the whole time. I'll never let you go, Jack, you boozy hillbilly. Jack drowns.
Are you telling me you're bull? Are you telling me you built a time machine out of the DeLorean, you boozy hillbilly?
Theme park. Welcome to Jurassic Park, you boozy hillbillies.
You are the food.
Yes.
I'll be back, you boozy hillbilly.
You had me at hello, you boozy hillbilly.
Space, the final frontier, you boozy hillbilly.
There you go, boozy hillbilly. Mm-hmm. Not saying we're one, but maybe. All right, when we come back, we're going to do a little trivia. We've also got, of course, our odd news. We always wrap up the show with that. Celebrity birthdays, a little bit of history, and some more jokes. All you have to do is stay right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. KCHW 102.7.
What shall we do now, sir?
Well, why don't we take a 5-minute break?
Very good, sir.
Smoke if you got 'em.
Name is Hades, Lord of the Dead. Hi, how you doing?
It's 8:19.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
And by
Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, January the 21st, 2025. I'm Mike Clifford. President Donald Trump used his second inaugural address to hold up his indomitability and escape from a would-be assassin's bullet as a metaphor for a strong, proud nation that will not be conquered. That from CNN. Quoting Trump, "I was saved by God to make America great again." He said that Monday in a follow-up to his American Carnage first inauguration in 2017. This one delivered in the Capitol Rotunda after frigid weather moved the ceremony inside. And as Republicans take charge of the executive branch of both houses of Congress, some are wondering if California's landmark animal welfare law, Proposition 12, will be in the crosshairs.
Prop 12 established minimum space requirements for breeding pigs, egg-laying hens, and veal calves. But Allison Ludke with the Animal Legal Defense Fund says the proposition may survive because Republicans are divided on whether to attach a repeal to the next farm bill in the form of the EATS Act.
There's a level of uncertainty I think that we're all feeling because there's this strange nexus where many ultra-conservative folks in the MAGA movement oppose the EATS Act.
Prop 12 forbids California retailers from selling eggs, pork, and veal that was produced using extreme confinement in other places. Many producers who have already upgraded their operations to comply with Prop 12 don't want to see the law go away. Some conservative lawmakers oppose a repeal because it would force American pork producers to compete with cheaper meat raised in China, which has few animal welfare laws. This story was produced with original reporting by Seth Milstein for Sentient. This is Suzanne Potter reporting. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Meantime, a new report finds that a significant cuts proposed for Medicaid funding would disproportionately affect rural and small-town residents in Alaska and many other states.
Currently, almost 250,000 Alaskans are enrolled in Medicaid. Jen Griffiths with the Alaska Children's Trust says many people in rural Alaska, particularly children and pregnant mothers, rely heavily on Medicaid coverage.
39% of our Alaskans in rural communities are covered by Medicaid. Medicaid is vitally important for Alaska's healthcare systems, but definitely our rural communities have much more at stake when we look at the potential of Medicaid cuts.
The report also finds that Medicaid provides coverage for a majority of Alaska natives or other people of color. It also finds that 38% of all births in the state are covered by Medicaid. I'm Mark Richardson.
And for the Associated Press, the Department of Government Efficiency's first order of business was itself. It's now down to one leader. Vivek Ramaswamy, no longer part of the commission that President Trump championed, and that leaves billionaire Elon Musk to run the cost-cutting operations alone. Ramaswamy has signaled plans to run for the governor of Ohio next year. This is Public News Service. President Donald Trump said Monday he was issuing roughly 1,500 pardons and commuting the sentences of 6 of his supporters in connection with the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol, when thousands stormed the building amid his false claims that the 2020 electoral election was rigged against him. That from MSNBC. The report, an attorney for Enrico Tarrio, the Proud Boys leader convicted of seditious conspiracy, told NBC News Monday his client was being processed for release from FCI Pollock, a medium security prison in Louisiana. Tarrio is serving 22 years in federal prison. And over 1 million Coloradans are living with a diagnosed mental health condition. But insurance companies are denying coverage for care their policies promise to pay for.
Jake Williams with Healthier Colorado says insurers reject many claims as not medically necessary, even when a doctor has prescribed the treatment.
75% of Coloradans with commercial insurance who have a diagnosed mental health condition have not received the care that they need over this past year, and there are real consequences to this.
In 2008, Congress passed a law requiring insurers to offer the same access to mental health care as to physical care, but a loophole in the law allows insurers to determine what care is necessary or appropriate. An investigation by ProPublica found that United Health Group was using algorithms to deny claims, a practice later deemed illegal in 3 states. United defended its claims program, arguing that it ensures patients get safe, effective, and affordable treatment. I'm Eric Galatas.
Finally, conservation groups are celebrating the end of a Massachusetts-based biotech company's pursuit of bringing genetically altered salmon to market.
Aqua Bounty was the first company to get regulatory approval from the FDA to sell a genetically modified animal for human consumption in 2015, but it faced continuous legal challenges and consumer pushback. Dana Pearls with Friends of the Earth says people just don't want to eat it.
Grocery stores are refusing to sell it. Big restaurants are refusing to sell it. So it's a market response.
Pearl says the altered salmon put wild salmon, along with the fishing and indigenous communities that rely on it, at risk. In a statement, Aqua Bounty says it failed to raise enough capital to maintain its operations. Aqua Bounty's Aqua Advantage brand salmon contained added genes from both Chinook salmon and the eel-like ocean pout to make it grow faster. But polls show most Americans believe genetically engineering animals for protein production isn't an appropriate use of biotechnology. I'm Catherine Carley reporting. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Hear us on interesting radio stations, your favorite podcast platform. Find our content and our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
102.7 FM, KCHW. Roar! Shawila.
I have something to say. It's better to burn out than to fade away.
We'll do what we can when we can. At the moment, we're helpless. You might as well sit back and enjoy the ride.
And we're back. Isn't it exciting?
It's so exciting. Hey, did you happen to see Wendy's comment before we went on our little break? So we were doing our boozy hillbilly a little bit.
Okay.
And she says, "Welcome to Chwila, you boozy hillbilly."
10,000 points.
10,000.
All right. Ken actually sticking in for round 2. Did he get fired?
I think he quit.
Oh, okay. I'm so glad it was just a quit there. All right. All right, let's
you can't get fired when you volunteer.
Oh.
I think, well, maybe you can, but they usually don't.
I'm just going to say, Val, I have fired a couple volunteers. All right.
You've got to be bad to get fired from your volunteer position.
Yeah, we don't need that kind of help. You boozy hillbilly.
Does this mean I'm fired?
Yeah.
You drink whiskey in your coffee cup one more time, Val, and you're out of here.
You're gone. All right. Celebrity birthdays for today. Jill Eikenberry from LA Law, 78. Billy Ocean, 75. Robbie Benson. Val had a crush on him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 69 now. So still unattainable for you. All right. Gina Davis from Thelma and Louise and Beetlejuice, 69. Former NBR star Hakeem Olajuwon is 62. Spice Girl Emma Bunton, Baby Spice. Oh, Baby Spice. 49. But still in diapers. Oh. All right. Jerry Trainer from iCarly, 48. Luke Grimes from TV's Yellowstone, 41. And Nick Gilfuss from Chicago Med is 40. That was a tough one. Here comes Val with what we like to call history.
All right, in 1915, the first Kiwanis Club was founded in Detroit.
All right.
Yeah. 1977, President Jimmy Carter pardoned almost all Vietnam War draft evaders. Now, see, that's how you use a presidential pardon.
Yes.
All right. 1994, a jury in Manassas, Virginia, acquitted Lorena Bobbitt by reason of temporary insanity of maliciously wounding her husband, John.
Yeah.
And I think everybody else knows the rest.
I'm picking up a heavy, creepy vibe here.
All right. 2005, the Northumbria Police Force in England became the first in that country to issue boots to police dogs to protect their feet. The cops said it's great for taking the dogs to investigate places with broken glass on the floor.
Aw. That's
yeah.
cute.
That's good if they keep them on. I'm just picturing dogs in like little combat boots now for some reason, all laced up.
Yeah. Sammy had snow boots for her dog.
Oh, really?
Snow,
and
like hiking boots.
Kept
Yep.
Oh, all right. 2009, in Colorado, a woman escaped serious injury and refused medical treatment after a cow knocked her off her bicycle and walked on her legs. The cow had left the area by the time rangers arrived.
Yeah, likely story.
2017, more than 2 million people protested worldwide in the Women's March against Donald Trump, with 500,000 marching in Washington, D.C. alone.
Wow.
2020, the U.S. Census began its decennial count in Tuxuk Bay, Alaska. Tuxuk Bay, Alaska. The count always starts early in Alaska, where large portions of the state aren't connected by roads and have spotty mail service. Local census takers get a head start, while the frozen ground allows easier access to the remote areas. Tuxuk Bay is home to around 660 people.
And they all turn off their lights when he shows up.
And in 2022, Emmy Award-winning comedian, actor, and game show host Louis Anderson passed away. He was 68 years old.
All right. Special events. And for some of you boozy hillbillies in Chihuahua, this is a normal event, okay? The first one, totally normal event. It's Sweatpants Day.
Yeah, boozy hillbilly.
Yeah, wouldn't that be ironic if you showed up to Walmart and it said Sweatpants Day, sweatpants only, and you had to go back home.
Nobody would have to go back home.
Yeah, it's play date day. Any takers?
You boozy hillbilly.
It's granola bar day. Not as exciting as the first two, for sure. Yeah.
No.
Hey, here's one you can wrap your arms around, Val. Hugging day.
Aw. I'll give you a virtual hug, brother.
Reminds me of that conversation we had with Chuck that one day with the third arm.
Now you need the creepy vibe. Sound bit.
Yeah. Chuck said he'd put it in his belly button, and I said that would make the reach around easier. There you go. Hugging day. One-liners day. Well, we've had a bunch of those.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
All funny, too.
Yeah, all of them, for sure. Okay, I got to play this now. It's a disclaimer.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Okay, thanks. It's Own Your Own Home Day.
Okay.
Or like if you're one of those people that like to show up at other people's houses, own someone else's home day. Use a shower, cook a little bit, fall asleep on the couch. It's coming up.
Yeah, pretty soon.
It's World Snow Day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can we all take a snow day then?
Yes. New England Clam Chowder Day, which goes right with Snow Day, because nothing's good as cold clam chowder.
It's sometimes hard to find a good clam chowder, though.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. I'm feeling itchy already because it's Squirrel Appreciation Day. There you go. How do you do that? How do you take part in Squirrel Appreciation Day?
Well, maybe you could take him out and leave him some nuts.
Maybe not. Right. It always reminds me of the Chevy Chase Vacation movie where as they're going over the cliff and there's that sign from the lady that tried to sell him a squirrel. It says, "You should have bought a squirrel." Now you're going over a cliff. And here comes Val with the number for the day.
All right, that would be 48,493, and that is the salary in dollars earned each day by the average S&P 500 CEO. Over $48,000 a day.
Wow.
A day.
That's crazy.
That's the annual income of a lot of people in this country.
It's like Ron said one day, nobody deserves $60 an hour. And I said, shut up, my kid makes $60 an hour. I'm so proud of her. But $48,000 a day. Wow.
A day.
A day.
Wow.
I could get used to that. I'm just saying.
Well, I could too, but really?
Yeah. All right, Val, it's head-to-head trivia with a brother and a sister. Doesn't happen very often. Unless you're in Chihuahua, then it's every Tuesday.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Today, that's me.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
All right, here we go. A little head-to-head trivia. And, Val, I will give you the first volley.
All right. Although geographically it should probably have 5, China has just one of these.
Geographically it should have 5, but it just has 1. Volcano.
No, not the volcano.
Roseanne Barr.
They could have all of them. I'll give you a hint. In our continental U.S., we have 3. Is that right? 4. We have 4.
It's a time zone.
Yes. Good job.
It took you messing up for me to get it.
It took to get it right. And to see my brain trying to work it out.
Yes, there's little smoke curls on the camera. Right.
Yeah.
Estimated to be 4.5 billion years old. It travels through space at 660,000 miles per hour. What is it?
Give me that first part of that again.
Estimated to be 4.5 billion years old. It travels through space at 660,000 miles per hour. What is it, Val?
The Earth?
Yes.
Shut up, Wesley.
Hate it when she gets them right. Okay.
The average office worker will have to do this 3 times a week.
3 times a week. Get a new lunch because somebody ate theirs.
Good guess, but not it.
Something. Can I have a hint, pal? I have to do this 3 times a week.
I'm not sure if the radio station has to do it this often, but I'm sure they have to do it fairly regularly.
I was going to say something about bathroom breaks, but that doesn't work if it's for the radio station.
Yeah. And maybe you have things set up better. If that's another clue.
I give up.
Reboot their computer.
3 times a week?
Because of problems.
Oh, I know why that is. It's because in office settings, they always use Dells. It's true. Nothing needs to be rebooted more often than a Dell. In fact, if you had a Dell, before you even start working on it, you should probably reboot it. Wow, 3 times a week. Once in a while it happens, but usually we reboot. We try to pause all updates so that it doesn't reboot in the middle of the night and take us off the air or something. But we just for updates, pretty much, I think is most of the times that we reboot. Or we miss an update on a computer and the computer tries to do it himself and doesn't reopen a program when it opens back up. So, yeah, not a big problem here, though.
Well, that's good. Yeah, and I don't know. My home one doesn't get rebooted very often, like you said, unless there's a update or something done on it.
Yeah, I think those
and I
days
just have it on all
maybe
the time.
Those days maybe be past, but I know, 2000 to 2010s, that was the big. That was pretty commonplace for computers at that time to be rebooted all the time. All right, Val, here comes a spy the lie. When a school of baby catfish are threatened, their father opens his huge mouth, and the youngsters swim inside to hide. All right. Oldest rock in the world, over 1 million years old, are located in the Atlantic Ocean. So the oldest rocks in the world, over 1 million years old, located in the Atlantic Ocean. And there are 61 towns in the U.S. with the word turkey in their name. Which one's a lie?
Well, I would think the oldest rock has to be older than 1 million years old if the Earth is older than that. So I would think that would be the lie.
That is the lie. Good job. Wow. Yeah, the oldest dated rocks on Earth located in Canada are thought to be as old as 4.4 billion years old.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Those Canadians, they never throw anything away. It's right that Trump wants to take them over. That's right.
Yeah.
Here we go. More, everybody. Next week, we're marching on Canada.
Oh, here's another one for you. About 39,000 gallons of water are used to produce just one of these. It's kind of random, but yeah, 39,000 gallons of water are used to produce one of these.
Wow. 39,000 gallons.
It's something that I would say a good portion of people in the U.S. have one.
And it took 39,000 gallons of water to make it?
Yes.
Wow. Is it electronic?
There are electronics in it.
Is it big or small?
Fairly big.
39.
You can, I don't know.
Everybody has one. Fairly big.
It's smaller than a house.
39,000 gallons. That's tough. I mean, would it be something weird like a vehicle?
Yes, a car.
39,000 gallons of water to make a car. That doesn't seem right.
To produce just one car.
Well, then they should run on water.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wow. Okay.
Doesn't that seem hard to believe?
It
But
does.
I suppose if you look at all the internal components and everything, yeah, but that just seems crazy.
Oh, it's like it takes 28 gallons of water to make 1 pound of coffee.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Each year in the U.S., around 350 people die as a result of this, and it's being struck by something that's moving.
Oh, wow. Getting hit by a car?
It is not a car.
Being struck by something that's moving. Is it something like a bicycle or something odd like that?
Getting hit by a bicycle and dying? Rare.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's
How
only
did it
350
hit your
people.
head?
It is not a bicycle.
A train.
Yes, getting mowed down by a train.
Wow.
Am I too dark? Really? Am I?
The fact that you laughed. All right, do we have one more for you?
Oh, hold on.
There's no way for a man to die.
Yeah, you're right, Ed. A parachute not opening, that's the way to die. Getting caught in the gears of a combine. That's the way I want to go.
All right.
No trains. All right.
No trains.
Yeah, give me another one.
All right. This is a brain teaser, so pay close attention.
Oh, okay.
3 brothers run a farm together, and they decide to buy a bull from the auction being held in town the next weekend. The problem is they only have enough money to send one person into town, buy the bull, and spend one night in town. So they decide to send the oldest brother into town to try and get a bull and telegram the others if he is successful so they can come and pick it up. This must be a while ago because there's telegrams. At the auction, the brother pays a little bit more for the bull than they had planned, but he figures that others won't mind all that much. However, he only had enough money left over for a one-word telegram. He thought for a moment, then sent it only one word. What was the word?
Come. Yes.
Close. This is so stupid.
Okay.
Comfortable.
Oh, wow. You think they could do comfortable? Comfort of the bowl. Okay.
Yeah,
and that's exactly why you came for this show, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Comfortable.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh, it's so bad.
That was
so bad.
Really, really good. All right, we're going to wrap this show up. We do it the odd way with that odd news.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, we're all loaded up for today's Dumbest of the Dumb. We kick it off with the news attack. First part is true. Second part, bad joke. Val.
All right, Elon Musk did the Nazi salute twice at the inauguration. His spokesman says he's still beta testing a new way to wave.
How's this look? Researchers know why rain showers have a distinctive smell, but they still can't explain the same about your great Uncle Herman.
Research shows that there is greater success losing weight or stopping smoking if couples do it together. Honey, I'm not cheating on you. The woman from the office and I'm going out tonight to my that I'm going out with tonight is my stop smoking partner.
What do you do to stop smoking? A woman in the UK with nearly 4 times the legal.
Don't you usually smoke after that?
Yeah. But you're smoking more now. A woman in the UK with nearly 4 times the legal blood alcohol driving limit pleaded guilty to drunk driving. She really didn't plead guilty. She sort of flirted it.
I am guilty as charged.
Totally guilty.
It's cold.
Okay. How cold?
It's so cold, I threw a bucket of water out the window, and before it hit the ground, I closed the window because I was freezing my butt off.
Oh, gosh. Study found teenagers should get 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night. Has nothing to do with their health. It gives their phones time to charge. Ba-dum-bum.
Experts warn that 2100 half of... I'm having trouble reading this. Experts warn that by 2100, half of the world's languages could be extinct.
That's crazy.
All replaced by emojis.
Well, that'd be easier. So I read somewhere that where people look at ancient civilizations and maybe think about ancient aliens and that type of stuff, and they said that our belief is that the language of the universe would be math or music, and they say no, it's pictures.
There you go.
So emojis.
Yeah, a picture speaks 1,000 words, right?
Yep. World's #1 tourist destination is the Colosseum in Rome. Unless you're an American, then it's the closest Taco Bell. All right, we move on to the world of wacky but true. We don't take anything to these stories. We don't add anything to them. No lies. All true. But we will accentuate it with something from a movie or television show. And here comes Val for wacky but true.
All right. A woman in Greece who didn't know she was pregnant gave birth to a child on the sidewalk. The woman was shopping with a friend and felt some pain and paused to catch her breath. Before she knew it, she was giving birth on the sidewalk. Her friend, who has 2 children, recognized what was happening and placed her coat on the ground so her friend would be more comfortable. By the time police and paramedics arrived, a baby boy had come into the world.
Aww. She saved so much money by not going to a hospital.
No kidding.
Sorry is when you say, hey, when's the baby due? And it turns out the person's just fat.
Are you sure you're pregnant?
Yes, I am pregnant.
Boy or a girl? No, I think it's a little early to start imposing roles on it, don't you?
I'm sorry, I'm just a little pregnant right now.
It's okay.
Here is a baby with eyes of blue, straight from heaven right to you.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Now you clear the sidewalk. All right.
So you just kind of think, how do you not know you're pregnant?
I think I summed it up in the beginning of that sound effect. Sorry. In the Czech Republic, a guy got himself locked inside a pizza place just so he could have free access to the beer overnight. When the restaurant staff left, he broke into a cooler containing a keg, disconnected the pipes leading to the tap, put them in his mouth, and drank as much as he could.
Oh, jeez.
The man, drunk and fast asleep, was found by an overnight cleaning crew, and they let him just pay for the beer he drank and leave.
Oh, wow.
What a deal. Wow.
How understanding.
Oh, hey, I missed one sound effect from the last one.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. Chili, baby back ribs.
Okay, sorry. Just didn't want to waste that sound effect, since I went through all the
No, you went through all that work to get it.
All right, back to the Czech Republic. The guy that broke into the pizzeria.
A pizza stuffed inside a turkey, the whole thing deep fried and dipped in chocolate.
So dream on and drink your beer.
Pepperoni pizza, please. Shaken, not stirred.
Like my brother can tell the difference between beers by what his burps taste like.
Let him go.
Wait a minute. Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
I was just thinking, if you drank that much beer straight out of the keg, how could you even fall asleep? You'd be running to the bathroom all the time.
Well, not necessarily. You wouldn't have to get up. You boozy hillbilly.
Oh. Boozy hillbilly.
Uh-huh.
All right. Italian authorities arrested a man who broke into a home, took a shower, cut his hair, prepared some chicken, and refused to leave. When the homeowner arrived, she found the suspect sitting in her living room watching TV.
Well, it's about time you got home.
Why, Miles, I didn't know you were here. Welcome home.
It's a quick shower, my love, and I will be right with you.
It's like someone's walking in when you're in the bath. It's an invasion of privacy, that's what it is.
It's wonderful to be home again. I feel almost like a stranger.
Me in the shower. I love this. That's it.
Gross. All right. Moving on, 20-year-old man arrested in Memphis after allegedly breaking into his mom's home and pouring the ashes of a deceased relative into the toilet. The motive behind the bizarre incident is still unclear and being investigated. I just have this to say.
Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I know you'll think I'm crazy, but in a half an hour the moon will rise and I'll turn into a wolf.
Yet out of the ashes of this tragedy, we shall rise to greet the dawning of a new era in which lion and hyena come together.
I'm going off the rails on a...
Now you're about to get tasered.
Now you're about to get tasered. A man in China was hanging clothes on the balcony when he was shot in the knee by an arrow, which came out of nowhere. The arrow sunk 8 inches into his knee. He was rushed to the hospital. He later found out that a guy who lived in another building near him is crazy about archery. His arrow missed the target and found the other guy's knee instead.
I'll get that arrow, pretty boy, and I'll do it with my shirt on.
There's an arrow in your butt.
Well, that shot wins the golden era, the kiss,
and the whole caboodle.
Message for you, son.
Just had to sneak the Monty Python in there at the end.
Of course.
Of course. All right. I believe this is the last one. A group of teens, Germany, hospitalized after a test of courage in which they drank chili sauce more than 200 times hotter than normal.
Oh.
Live to the scene, Val.
Oh, can you tell me what it feels like? Fool, what is hot? I told you again. Were you born on the sun? It's damn hot. Oh, it's taking my soul.
You've got one in your mouth and two burning in the tray.
That's a spicy meatball.
Huh. So that's the new TikTok challenge, apparently. There you go. Odd news for Tuesday.
I do have one to share with you, and I came up with this, and maybe nobody else thinks it's funny, but I thought about it yesterday.
Okay.
Because they had to move the inauguration in D.C. inside because of how cold it was. Everything was frozen. And I told my husband, I'm like, look, hell did freeze over.
Oh! It's a good one, Val. It's a good one.
I didn't think it was too bad.
Not too bad. All right, coming up tomorrow on your morning show, it's Sharon, Paula, and Chuck, and they bring you the community lowdown. Everything that's happening in and around Chewelah. Catch them tomorrow at 7:20-ish. Because sometimes we don't get started till 7:25. And let's see, tonight on the radio, it's a Tuesday. That means the one and only Dr. Jazz comes in. He plays 3 hours of jazz music, 6 to 9. Don't forget, every night at 6, we start different genres of music. Following Dr. Jazz tonight, 9 o'clock, The Soul Show, a couple hours of Motown music. Always a good time. And
I've got to share a couple things.
Please.
When you have a second.
Please,
that we had comments on Facebook.
Oh, please.
Wendy said that was in Spokane. My husband did that, got drunk, went to the wrong apartment, made a sandwich, and was watching TV. When owners woke up, he was arrested.
No. Ouch.
Ouch. And then Ken, because he usually has to leave us early on Tuesday, said, is this what goes on in the second half? I've missed so much.
You have. Right. All right. Thank you so much, Val. Any words of wisdom as we head out the door?
Just be kind to one another today.
Please, please. And have a great one. Keep it right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7. I can't see the button. There it is. Have a great day, folks. Thanks for being here.
I have something to say. It's better to burn out than to fade away.
Let's do that again. No.